Dagda Rashi, because there is a lot of burning, it is going to cause the burning in your mind because it's the sun and the moon, right? The father and the mother, Whenever that combustion, it is like combustion. Combustion can either lead you to spirituality. 90% of the time, it will lead you to spirituality. It is leading you to do something based on Chandra.
Hello and namaste, and thank you so much for visiting my channel. My name is Karthik Gaur, and please do subscribe and click the bell icon to ensure that whenever we upload a webinar or a video, you are the first ones to know. Thank you so much.
So this is the master slide, which is very, very important, and we are going to spend some time because this is one slide which is very, very important for each one of us to understand. Okay, now when we talked about Dagda Rashi, see, Dagda Rashi per se as a concept is huge. There are Dagda Nakshatras, there are Dagda Lagnas, there are many other things which we are going to cover. But today what we are going to cover is a concept of, is your Surya burning, or is there a house on fire purely because there is a conflict between the Tithi and Surya. Okay, and for that, the rules are very, very simple. What happens is Dagda Rashi, because there is a lot of burning, it is going to cause the burning in your mind because it's the sun and the moon, right? The father and the mother. Whenever that combustion, it is like combustion. Combustion can either lead you to spirituality. 90% of the time, it will lead you to spirituality, or it is leading you to do something based on Chandra. We are going to talk about it. Okay, so as a concept, you can understand that in one word, whenever a Rashi is Dagda, then there is a lot of burning that is happening. You need some cooling, you need to press the fire alarm button and tell them that, hey, please come with the water, come with the fire extinguisher, because this Rashi is on fire. Now we don't know the good and bad, but nonetheless that Rashi sort of is completely blowing up, and we need the help immediately. But for that, first we need to understand how does it work, right? So it is purely based on a Surya's combustion with one of the even Tithis. Okay, even Tithis are going to start from Dvitiya to Dwadashi. Okay, Chaturdashi and Amavasya, frankly speaking, don't have any doshas in terms of the Dagda part of it. Okay, so what we need to understand is we need to look at Surya, and then we need to look at the Tithis, and obviously the houses, and based on that we are going to understand which Rashi is a Dagda Rashi. Okay, and this Rashi can actually cause lot of power, because it's a house on fire. A person can become huge influencer. So all those YouTube guys, who make it really big, for them also, this can be a great sort of a thing. Yeah, and it will create a strong desire depending on where your Chandra is placed. Okay, we'll be doing example chart, so don't worry. Calm down. Once you see the example charts and once I show you the how the Dagda Rashi is formed, you'll be very, very happy, and you'll be able to easily remember it, because I genuinely believe that all these formulas have to be sort of understood in a very logical fashion, so you don't have to mug it up. Okay, now here is the catch. Okay, so we are talking about the even Tithis. Okay, so let us always remember that the two Jupiterian signs will be the starting point of that Dagda Rashi. Okay, so the two Jupiterian signs are Sagittarius and Pisces. Okay, so we write there 2, which is for Dvitiya Tithi. Okay, so first I'll tell you, how we are going to arrange the Tithis, and then I'll tell you what we need to do with it. Okay, so please concentrate. First and foremost, always remember we'll start with Jupiter. Okay, And Jupiter has got 2 houses, Sagittarius, which is an odd one, and Pisces, which is an even one. Okay, so we'll write the 2, which is Dvitiya. Now what we are going to do, we are going to skip one sign, basically like a frog jump. You know how the frog jumps, Manduka, you know, skip one sign and jump, you know. So from Sagittarius, Aquarius will become 4, you know. Then again a frog jump, Aries will become 6. 6 is Shashti. This is Chaturthi, Shashti. Okay, again a frog jump, Ashtami. Again a frog jump, you know, Dashami. Again a frog jump, Dvadashi. Okay, and as I told you, Chaturdashi doesn't have a Dagda dosha. Okay, so we are done with the even Rashis. Now what we will do is the same way will be the distribution of the Tithis from Pisces as well. Okay, so in Pisces we see it is Dvitiya. There will be a Manduka jump, frog jump, leaving one sign. Taurus will be Chaturthi. Then there is frog jump, Cancer will be Shashti. Then frog jump, Virgo will be Ashtami. Frog jump, Scorpio will be Dashami. Frog jump, Capricorn will be Dvadashi. Okay, so everybody is clear about this basic concept, right? How to put. Now this chart is now very, very easy for you to remember. All you need to remember is we need to start with the 2 Jupiterian signs, and then there will be a frog jump, you know, skip one sign and just add by 2, even, right? And we need to reach till 12. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 10 and 12, sorry, right? The same way from Pisces. From Pisces also 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12. It's very simple to understand, right? The only thing that you need to sort of understand along with this is based on the signs, not the houses. Okay, for example, somebody might have Meena Lagna, you know, then that, you know, that doesn't mean because you're let's say you're using the North Indian chart where the Lagna is on the top, you know, you don't use Pisces as number 6 because it is Lagna. No, Pisces will always be 2, right? So what I mean to say is don't get confused between the houses and the signs. It is based on the signs, not houses. Okay, are we clear? I repeat again, you know, this concept is based on signs and not houses. Okay, so it is not that the 4th house has got this Shashti. It is Cancer has got Shashti dosha when Sun is there. Okay, it is Leo which has got Dashami dosha when Surya is in Leo. Okay, so that I wanted you all to be very clear, because commonly this is a common mistake which most students do. Okay, now how do we understand this? This is purely based on Surya. Okay, so what does it mean? That let's say if you are born on a Dvitiya, okay, even if it is Krishna Paksha or a Shukla Paksha, if you are born on Dvitiya, okay, and if your sun, if Surya is either in Sagittarius or in Pisces, then this becomes Dagda Rashi. Okay, if you are born on Dvadashi, which is the 12th, okay, and if your Surya is in Capricorn or Libra, then it is Dagda Rashi. Okay, if you are born on Chaturthi, okay, Shukla or Krishna, doesn't matter. If you are born on Chaturthi and if your sun or Surya is in Aquarius or Taurus, then they become Dagda Rashi. Okay, when your Surya is in Mesha and you are born on Shashti, then you have that Dagda dosha. It can either be in Aries or Cancer. Okay, so either ways, and only one Rashi will become that Dagda Rashi. So just because you have, let's say you're born with Sun in Aries, and let's say instead of Panchami I was born in Shashti, that doesn't mean that even Cancer will become Dagda Rashi. No, it is only Aries. But what I mean to say is that the same combination, if it was with Sun in instead of Sun in Aries, if I had Sun, let's say in Cancer, even then Cancer would be Dagda Rashi. I hope you are able to follow. Okay, so that is very, very important. Let's say if somebody is born on Ashtami with Sun in Gemini or Virgo, then they become Dagda Rashi. Depending on whether if the Sun is in Gemini, then and you're born on Ashtami, then Gemini becomes Dagda Rashi. But you are, let's say, born on Ashtami and your Surya is in Virgo, then that becomes your Dagda Rashi. Okay, let's say if somebody is born with Surya in Leo but born on Dashami Tithi, which is the 10th Tithi, and Sun can either be in Leo or Scorpio, then they become Dagda Rashi. Okay, finally, let's say if you have got Surya, who is in Libra, or Surya is in Capricorn, and you are born on Dwadashi, then they become the Dagda Rashi. Okay, the concept is very clear. When Sun occupies any of these signs with the Tithi, causes combustion of that Sun sign. Okay, so that particular sign becomes a huge pain for you. In a way, it is almost nullified, right? So many a times, you get people, who are just not able to sort out their relationship quadrant, or just not able to sort out their work quadrant, or just not able to sort out health quadrant. These are the doshas which are very important to look for. And if they have a Dagda Rashi, then definitely to that level, that sign is almost being burnt. And it is almost like they need oxygen, because that house, it has got no oxygen, hence it is not able to prosper. Or in a farming language, I can say that that particular sign needs some fertilizer. It needs a new pot. It needs a fertilizer, because that pot is completely damaged, that there's nothing that can grow there, right? Again, here I have given the simple memory sort of test, to pick up the two Jupiterian signs. It's very clear, and mark it as number 2, which is Dvitiya, Tithi, and then add 2 on every alternate signs, and complete. Check if you have a Dagda Rashi and find if you have the remedies for the same. Dagda Rashi has the ability to make you spiritual, since it cleans you. Understand that whenever there is combustion, whenever there is such malefic sort of dosha, either you can become very spiritual, or if the yogas are sort of not becoming too bad, then a lot of people can die with you as well. Okay, so this is a very, very important sort of a slide. Namaste Jyotisha lovers, thank you so much for viewing the video. Please do share so more and more thirsty souls can benefit from this free knowledge which is being shared. Also do subscribe, click the bell icon, and all the questions that you have, please mention in the comment section below. Thank you so much, and please keep supporting us.